it's a lot of females on these social medias that are throwing around the pimp world, and they making it seem like they was really dealing with a pimp, when reality is they probably was never dealing with a pimp. But what that does is that gives a bad taste for other females that's, profession in the game, maybe be the renegade or whatever the case may be, to deal with the pimp. Why? Because of that stereotype, right? So this right here is a video of a female giving her experience of dealing with a so-called wannabe pimp. And when they tell these type of stories, what these type of stories do is give a bad name for the pimp man, when reality is 9 times 10 this female was never dealing with a pimp. Top of it, Max. So let's hear it out.
In order to continue to deliver the rest of these story times. So just know your girl is out here pushing through this. I am going through traumatic withdrawals right now. All kind of thoughts, crazy stuff coming in and out of my mind. Like, I'm going through it, y'all, giving y'all this stuff. So please make sure if the go live button is in there, click the daggone button, y'all. And we about to go ahead and get into it. So if you don't...
Look, so what I seen earlier is, I think she was having an argument with her baby daddy, left that situation and was like stranded at some train area and met some supposedly pimp, right? And then let her see what she said.
You don't know, from the last story, I'm about to get a chemical pill this week, y'all, because I can't keep doing this. This right here, this eczema, it's just not working. So anywho, what the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, so
oh my God.
Now I done got dropped off with the guy. So I guess obviously this is my pimp at this point, right? So I walk in there or whatever, and I'm talking to him, and then I remind you, I got dropped off at the trailer park. He came to the trailer park, picked me up, and he took me to a hotel room. So when he first took me to the hotel room, he needed me to relax. He saw I was shaky, I was nervous, and at this point, I kind of had that whole attitude, like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever's finna happen, like, either I'm gonna fight my way up out of here or something, but I'm really looking and kind of contemplating, like, God, like, what is this? Like, what did I just walk myself into? Like, how do I get out of this? Like, I didn't know what I was doing because I never really met or encountered a spirit like this, or even a situation close to this. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, boom. Go in there with him or whatever, and as soon as we started, as soon as he took me to the room, he went on ahead and put me on that ollie. He put me on that ollie, okay?
I don't know what an Audi is. I thought she was talking about like an out call maybe, but her already telling the story that she was scared. The pimp man is not going to have a reputation of being, trying to get the female scared or trying to have her scared or any way like that. Them type of dudes, if you're going to be scared to be around the dude, then 9 times 10, that dude's not the pimp man. You know what I mean?
So when I got on that ollie or whatever, and we was drinking and talking and stuff, we actually started talking and shit, and he tried to get to know me as a person. He was like, look, like, I ain't really here to try to hurt you or nothing. I really just want to make some money. Like, they brought you to me. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know nothing about you. Like, tell me about yourself. So I started, it was weird because the ollie kind of gave me like a truth serum all of a sudden. And it's like the fear was there, but at the same time, I was really talking to this man. Like, I was talking to him. Because it was one of those moments where I felt like I actually had to sit down with the devil himself. And it's like I was conversing.
See, like, she got the impression that she's comparing a pimp man to the devil, and that's like a bad comparison, right? It's like she just said that, hey, he's not trying to hurt her, They brought her, whoever, I don't know if it was the train or whatever, brought them to me, and hey, I'm just trying to get my money, you know what I mean? It ain't like he was on some devilish shit, but they're gonna infiltrate us because they tell these little stories, and then when these females, like the next one we go to, when they get a gist of this and they actually are in the lifestyle, because this girl is not in the lifestyle. She's just telling a story of her thinking she was dealing with a pimp, just to get some views and stuff. Snow bunnies for the win. Hey man, I don't, my favorite type of female is a female that's green, right? I'm colorblind. All we see is green. So I don't really, white, black, it don't matter. You know what I mean? I done dealt with them all. It's whoever want to deal with me.
Satan with the devil, trying to figure out what we do next. So make a whole long story short, we in there, we talking, we
What's
negotiating
going
some
on?
things, and he basically was trying to convince me that selling my body was a good choice. I told him that I ain't never done it. I don't know what you're talking about. I just wanted to ride to get to the bus stop. It really wasn't that serious. So as we sat there talking, I noticed that
he was giving her a ride, and he popped his shot. I don't know if this is a pimp, but from what she says through the story, this is a pimp. But sometimes, like I said, these females, they'll think dealing with a con man or a hustler or a player or a Mac or whatever, and then they'll go on these YouTubes or these TikToks or these Instagrams and tell their little pimp story for views and clout. But reality is, the ones that's listening to this, I want them to know that she 9 times out of 10 wasn't dealing with the pimp man.
guy kind of like started liking me or whatever. And then I kind of like, I don't know, he started like flirting with me and shit. And the shit just kind of got weird real quick. So in the midst of us talking and communicating, he was like, okay, so if you that fresh and that new, you've never sold your body, you've never done none of this. He was like, I'd rather you be like my girl and help me recruit than you out here doing.
See, that's the number one deal. She dealing with a hustler, a con man, a mackin'. He just see a cute girl, So at first, he probably thought she was part of the lifestyle. So, he know a little bit. He got his ear to the pimp game. So he thought he was looking at a female of the lifestyle already. When reality is, she wasn't of the lifestyle. So when he tried that little, oh, what's up? I just want to get my, that didn't work. Now it's like, well, shit, she bad, she cute. Well, fuck, you could just recruit for me. Making deals, deal making, which is a telltale sign that she was never dealing with a pimp.
All this and all that. He said, because I got a couple of girls working, but I don't really have that many. I'm just trying to make my roster bigger. So he was like, so I don't know, you know what I'm saying? He was like, but I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you the ropes anyway. So this nigga literally sat me down in his hotel room and literally had me go through a whole tutorial on HO3ism. Okay, like the safety precautions, the protection, what I need to wear, what I don't need to wear, my safety words. That he gave me a brand new phone, by the way. He gave me a cell phone. That man bought me a phone the same day. He took me shopping.
For one, the pimp is not gonna do all that, right? He just trying to, wind and dine the female to get the female to like him, right? So that's why she just ran with him. Right now, he acting like a one of them, it ain't tricking if I got it, one of them player type dudes that's going to think, oh, all I got to do is wine and dine this female and she going to want to fuck with me. And that's really the backwards way of doing things. You kind of want to, be front and center. Like if he would have just stayed on and like, look, I'm about my money. And she like, look, I ain't feeling it. All right, bet. You want to ride to the bus stop, give you a ride. She might get in the pimp car and start feeling it. Okay, his shit clean and smelling good. He's dressed nice. He's smelling nice. She might change her mind just through that, right? To where she's choosing the pimping. It's not he's forcing her. He's trying to manipulate her or say some trick shit to her to get her to, fuck with him. Like right now, what she's explaining to him, whining and dining her.
He went and took me out to eat. It was like this man actually wined and dined me exactly. Our first day, like encountering each other, because he could tell like I was different. And I get that a lot. When I get into people's energy, what they think they're gonna say to me or what they think they're gonna do to me ends up always changing once they actually get in front of me. Because you have to be able to handle my aura. Because if you're not ready, my aura will take over you. It will take over you, and before you know it, you'll be falling in love, trying to figure out how to help.
Well, that's the thing. The pimping ain't worried about the female's aura, right? The pimping is worried about his aura, and she gonna choose the pimping. So that's, a couple of flags that's not the pimping. But a lot of these females, they do this little story time, and they want to say like they was dealing with a pimp, when reality is they was never dealing with a pimp. So I want people to get a gist of hearing, pushback from these people that's saying they was dealing with these type of pimps, and reality is it wasn't.
you got here and that ain't what you signed up for. So that's what the guy was going through. And Lena, I remind you, he was young like me. And he was kind of cute too. I'm not gonna lie. My kidnapper, my pimp, he was cute. He was cute as fuck.
Yo, see
and
what I'm
he had
saying?
a body on him.
You see what I'm saying? You see how they threw that little jab in there, my kidnapper? They like to be anti the pimp man on the slick. She might be making this story up just to put, a bad, because for one, it's an attention grabber, right? You put the pimp out there, you do some little hashtags, it's gonna get some views. And then for two, she's trying to be bashful to the game. You know what I mean? So you got to watch out for that. It's a lot going on with that out there. And this is why I think, a lot of females don't want to deal with the pimp man. It's not necessarily her having only B syndrome. It's not necessarily, what it is a lot of these people that's had never experienced with a pimp. They just experienced being with a hustler or something. They got a bad experience. Then they jump on the internet and they want to be like, oh, I dealt with the pimp. I did this and I did that. And what's going on, man? And the reality is they was never, ever with the pimp man in the beginning.
So, I'm trying to stay serious. But I can laugh about it now, y'all. It's been over 10 years. I can laugh if I want to. Because God knows I made it. And I thank him every day. Because that's not everybody's story, okay? So, long story short, after we came back from shopping and shit, he had picked up one of his HO3s and he was bringing her in and he wanted me to see how she handled herself on the app, how she answered the calls and all that. And he wanted to give me a try to see if this is something I actually was interested in, like would I actually be interested in doing this. So as he was going through all this stuff, and I'm just thinking in my mind, like, Rachel, you got to come up with something because this man is not trying to let you go. He got tabs on you with this phone. You kind of need this phone in order to call somebody to get your ass up out of this. But it was one of kind of phones.
You see, that's a telltale sign that, he ain't the pimping. Because he's so worried about keeping her, tabs on her phone and this and that and all this shit going on that he ain't never being real with her. He ain't never giving her the opportunity to really want to choose this situation. A lot of these cats, they would think, oh, if I just do this and I just do that, she gonna want to fuck with me. And nah, it don't work that way. It don't work that way at all. But that's what they think it's gonna work. They think it's gonna work that way. But it doesn't. Let's see.
Where like it was like was it an old school flip phone or was it one of them old Motorola phones? I can't remember, but either way, I just didn't trust it. I put it to you like I say it like that. I just didn't trust it.
And mind you, she's telling the old story.
So I came up with the grand idea.
She been telling this
old
story.
After he picked up the girl, we passed by a strip club, and when we was all in there talking after he did the whole tutorial shit, and I was like, I don't think I really want to do that. I was like, but what about dancing? And then he paused and he looked and he said, let's negotiate something. Like for the next part.
She talking about let's negotiate something. That's what the pimping been saying. Oh, it's all good. That's that sound like deal making. I don't know where this lovely ladies is from, but that sound like deal making. Let's see what her next one is. Let's see what the next one is. Okay, I ain't really hear this one. I only read the first one, but let's see what this one is.
Right? By my so-called pimp or the guy or whoever I was dealing with at the time, right? I really don't know what to call him, but that's what we're going to call him in this story, okay? So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go back a couple of videos, catch up to what's going on. I know a few of y'all is kind of lost on the storyline because y'all like, we was talking about her baby daddy at first. Now we're talking about her being, cat traffic or whatever. What does that have to do with the baby daddy story? It's all about the link back around. Y'all got to stay tuned to keep watching and hear it all play out.
That's what I'm trying to explain. See, she broke up with her baby daddy. And when a female break up with their baby daddy, they might run into a pimp or a gentleman of the lifestyle or a hustler or whatever the case may be. And they're in their eyes and their mind, they think they dealing with a pimp. But reality is, dude ain't even a pimp. So when they tell these stories on the internet, I'm gonna keep reiterating this because this is the point of the discussion. Is that it be these type of females on the internet that would say these type of things, and then the female that actually is in the lifestyle will get a bad taste in her mouth from the pimp man. And mind you, she's telling a story that's 10 years ago. The game is totally different. And from what she's telling, she wasn't dealing with a pimp. But from a girl that's not knowing the difference, you know, she will still be anti that pimp man just by hearing the story.
The way my storage is set up, I can't go past 5 minutes. And then the way the story is going, it's a ride. My life was effed up before I got to this place I'm at right now. So there's a lot to share. There's a lot I got going on. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it for nobody. And I'm not going to cut it short for nobody. And I'm not going to speed through it for nobody. Okay? Because each one of these stories is actually linking. It's not even linking. This is how I feel. Each one of these stories can help somebody out there. So I'm not skipping nothing. So back to the story.
You see what I'm saying?
And if y'all can't remember, I have an open public collection. Each collection has the title. The storyline we're in right now is the abusive daddy for 10 years plus. So now I'm on the balcony. He done threw me out there for the night. He done told me for the night I effed up. I opened my mouth too much. And instead of him throwing me off the balcony, I screamed for Jesus and I grabbed his shoulder before he threw me off. And he dropped me right there.
What now? You see how she just talking about the dude just want to throw her off the balcony all of a sudden? Told my pimp to make me a profile. Went out of town on a girlfriend experience with the doctor. So I guess she just making shit up, man. She don't like the pimping, and it seemed like she just making stories up as she go. Because what pimp you know is gonna throw a female off a balcony, all because they mad and she don't want to fuck with him, so now he gonna throw her off the balcony? Like, come on now. But this is what they would do. They would make these stories up. Females that are actually in the lifestyle but never dealt with a pimp will get a bad taste because they will hear this stuff. And it's a lot of these type of females that's on this TikTok right now. It's heavy with that.
On the balcony, right? That's where we're at. So boom, now I'm on the balcony and stuff. He had me stay out there all night long, y'all. Oh my God, was that a ladybug? She tried to kiss me. So he made me stay out there all night long, y'all. And when I was out there, it was cold too. Not gonna lie to you, it was like cold season. It was like fall, winter time when all this happened. Okay, and he left me out there, whatever. And when he finally came and got me, I realized that his whole demeanor had changed. That semi-nice guy I dealt with before was out the window. This guy was out for blood. Like, whatever that girl told him and whispered to him in that corner really messed up whatever I was trying to build with him.
He probably whispered, look, this female, she ain't the real deal. That's what she probably whispered. Oh, yeah, you ain't the real deal. You need to get him up out of here, or get her up out of here. And his non-pimping ass didn't know what to do but start to act like a gangster, like they say in the comments right there. And that's what she was dealing with. She wasn't dealing with a gentleman. A gentleman would have never even, forced that issue if she didn't want to choose. Oh, you want to ride to that train stop? All right, let me take you to that train stop. And that's how, he going to operate. He going to leave the ball in her court to make the decision to choose.
Time I was there. So boom, make long story short, the next time I had went to the club or whatever, I had did another double shift. And in between me doing my shift, I didn't work that day. I didn't make no money that day. I purposely came back to him and told him I ain't make no money. And I did it like 2 days in a row, back to back, on purpose, right? Because now I'm trying to think about, I'm finna get myself up out of here, right? Because this man just tried to kill me.
Yeah,
so
she...
And while I was
this is how a lot of these dudes end up in jail, man, because they want to have a female around them. Like she said in the beginning, he told her that he got a couple females, he just wants some more. And when it's a numbers game, what the dude is thinking the numbers game, that's when he'll have cancers in his stable. Females that don't really take this shit seriously, right? They just met on some janky shit and then he wined and dined her. So he think, oh, she gonna take this shit seriously because she got wined and dined. When really it was just like, I'm thankful, but she has a whole baby daddy. Her whole different situation is going on. Bruh don't even take time to know none of this, right? So this is a telltale sign why a lot of females would think not to deal with a pimp, because they are not dealing with a pimp in to begin with. They dealing with these type of dudes that really don't understand the gist of having a female choose to fuck with you. Well, they thinking it's about oh, I just need to get this girl and this girl and this girl. And that's some hustler mentality. That's that Mac and that's that player shit. You know what I mean?
Club for them 2 shifts. You know what I end up saying to myself? I said, you know what? I'm going to mess around. I'm going to have to get on this app what the girls are doing. Because, you know, the app that they put you on and the men select you and then you go out with the men, do your business, you come back. Okay?
But yeah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. Google it, whatever. It's a 304 lifestyle. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
What is she talking about?
And I went, and then I had the grand idea.
She might be making this whole story
like,
up,
2 days straight, I ain't made no money. This ain't gonna work. So on my slow days, I can go and, you know, go do what the other girls are doing. That's what I was telling him to kind of, you know, get back in his good graces. So boom, when he came and got me on the second date, and I told him I ain't make no money. He came in there. He was like, well, what you finna do? I said, well, you might as well set me up with my own account. And they said, let's go ahead and set you up. They set up my profile. And I told him, I said, my price is going to be $150 to $300. No more than 500 tops. Because I really wanted to be like high. I wanted to be higher class, kind of echelon. Because I know the price that I was requesting.
And look, she telling him. She telling him everything. It's nothing wrong to be high class, but let's see why she want to be high class. I'm thinking she want to be high class so she could get the most and get up out of there, which is nothing wrong because she ain't dealing with the pimp man to begin with. She's really not, but I'm thinking that's what it is.
It's only going to pull a certain type of men. I'm going to tell you why. Because I was really looking for somebody to take me home. I didn't want no bummy dude from...
Oh my God. See, this is another thing. Now, she's showing us that she becoming a trick tester. Y'all on Instagram, man, y'all share this. She's showing us that she rather trust the trick than trust the pimp. And it's okay. But I will see why a lot of girls that do step into this and then they'll see a video like this, why they will want to trust the trick more. It's because they're hearing these females' experiences, but these females are really not letting these females know that they wasn't dealing with a pimp because they don't know. They don't really know that they wasn't dealing with a pimp. They think they was dealing with one, but really they was dealing with a hustler-ass nigga.
A regular job. I didn't want no snitcheroo, somebody that would double back and snitch on me. And I didn't want to, you know, book somebody that would turn around and not do what I asked, but bring me right back to the pimp. You feel me? I needed somebody to take me up out of here. So I had got booked for a girlfriend experience for $350.
Wait. So she needed somebody... That trick must got more game than the P for real. No, she was just saying that she wanted to get away from the dude. I don't think the dude was a pimp. She's saying she wanted to get away from the dude, and in order to get away from the dude, she need to, you know, put her rates up there. So if a trick does come, he's gonna have enough money to take her away from the dude, right? That's what her mindset was. When I think she might just be making this shit up. But reality is that if a female that does take this lifestyle seriously or want interested and they Google or go on their TikTok and they put 304 pimp and then they hear these stories about the pimp man, they will never live the lifestyle the right way. They will always be thinking, oh, the trusted trick man and the pimp man would throw you off a balcony. And reality is, that's why I'm trying to come here to let these females know that dude she was dealing with wasn't a pimp at all. You know what I'm saying?
$50 for about two days. So he had set it up. I got on the phone with the guy. Everything worked out. Boom. The guy, we set everything up. The guy came and got me. So when the guy came and got me or whatever, he was like, he immediately took me out of town. He was like, I'll pick you up. I'm paying the $350 plus extra because I really want to take you out of town. I'm going to South Carolina. You can ride with me, and you know we get to know each other. So when we left or whatever, when I left with the guy, the girlfriend experience guy or whatever, I was playing it cool at first, and then I started praying. I was like, God, you gotta help me get up out of here. Give me the strength to ask this man to take me home. Like I didn't know how to ask or how to break the ice, but I was so nervous, but I was so determined at the same time. So as soon as we got to South Carolina, I noticed that I felt like a big gush come out of my punani, and I thought I had peed on myself.
See, she just be talking in circles. I think what's gonna happen is, you know, she told the little trick nigga to help her get out this situation, and of course the trick nigga is gonna put on his cape and help her get out the situation. But the moral of the story is on this one is that she was never dealing with the pimp man. So when people like females that are interested in this game and they hear some shit like this, they gotta always ask themselves, well, was the dude that she dealing with, was he even really a pimp? You know, and if you're seeing any red flags that he wasn't a pimp, then 9 times out of 10 he wasn't a pimp, and it's okay. Y'all could call them whatever else y'all want to call them. Pimps really know what they doing with a female that chooses a lifestyle. Pimps ain't thirsty to have a female, forcing a female to get some money out the female. Pimps are more interested in a female choosing them because of their aura, choosing them because of how they carry themselves, choosing them because how successful they are in the lifestyle, right? Moving on, because if you find some females, you'll find females like this.
You niggas are
Hold on, let me start her
Me
off.
personally, I'm not handing you my motherfucking money.
You hear?
Fuck, nigga. One thing about me, a nigga will cut my ass smooth the fuck off. Any nigga. Don't give a fuck though. Wanna know why? Cause I'm not dumb. I'm not finna put all these miles in my motherfucking body, be up 24 hours out the motherfucking day, every single day, bitch.
Wait. See, this is where you get the lazy 304s from, right? They think they gotta be up, 20 hours out the day, and it's like any person working that's want to be successful, they're gonna put in the hours to work, right? It doesn't matter what your profession is. See, a lot of females are getting this profession to just sit around and think that money's just gonna come to them, and it's like, however you carry yourself in this game is what you're gonna get out of it, right? So if you think, oh, I'm not gonna deal with the pimp man because he gonna have me out there 20 hours, then you shouldn't be in this lifestyle, right? If you're thinking going hard for your pimp man, whether it's 20 hours, whether it's 10, whatever the case may be, then you're in this lifestyle for the wrong reasons, right? That should excite the female that's in this game, that she's able to go hard and making money for 20 hours straight, and she having her way, right? That's the catch. It's not to be lazy. Everybody thinks entering this game, it's a shortcut to be successful in life. It ain't no shortcuts in life. Most people that enter this game, they go harder than the average square because they understand about fast money. But let's see what she said. Oh, what's this comment? He was a square. She must have ain't been in the game for long, because if she was, yeah, that first female, she wasn't in the game at all. She was just had a bad experience with her baby daddy, and then ran to a supposedly pimp dude, but I don't think he was a pimp at all. And now she was just trying to tell her stories. This female right here is actually in the game, and she's talking about how she could never deal with a pimp.
I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not that bitch for it. Like, I'm not. One nigga talk about it's 2,500 to get close to him. As if I wanted to get close to him. That's the thing.
And a lot of dudes would do that. They will be like, it's 25 to get close to me. And it's like, the female is not even interested in choosing you. Why would you even try to high side the female in the beginning, right? I never understood that. A lot of these dudes, if they pimps, why would you tell a bitch how much it is to get close to you? Why not wait till she's interested and then let her know, right? Instead of just throwing it in her face like, yeah, this, like, a lot of these dudes want to compete with females in the game. And that another thing, that's another reason a lot of females think pimps are this and that, is because these young dudes is trying to compete with the female, like, oh, you need to do this to fuck with me. And it's like, well, what if she ain't really took this game serious to where she don't even know how to get that? Now you just high-siding the female. So that's why this female probably don't like the pimp man. But reality is, that dude that was doing all that might not even be the pimp man. He might just be a nigga that heard some slick shit. Oh, I need a fee. And so now he telling females, oh, it's this much to fuck with me. And it's like, bro probably never even seen that much money, in his young career. But he just saying that.
I didn't even reach out to him. Fuck is you on? Fuck, nigga.
You see what I'm saying? He didn't. You see, she just said she didn't even reach out to him.
It's sickening. Like, on my soul, you worse than a motherfucking bum out here panhandling for a couple dollars. Like, seriously. For you to want to come and approach me, talk about this 2,500 to get close to you, baby, I wouldn't even look at you.
Right. See, a lot of dudes, and I gotta agree with her on this. Hey, now, say now. A lot of these niggas that think they some pimping will approach a female and then tell the female how much they fee is. And it's like, bro, she not even choosing. It's about choosing, you know what I mean? And once she's interested in choosing you, then you let her know, look, if you serious about choosing me, this is how you show me through the fee, right? It's not like, oh, um, oh, I see you. Hey now, say now. Oh, you ain't fucking with my fee. It's not about competition with the female, right? Especially if you some pimping. It's not about competing with the female. No, it's about letting the female understand, hey, I'm a man in this lifestyle, just like you a female in this lifestyle, and we need to be fucking with each other. But if you do like what I'm putting down and you do want to fuck with me, this is how you show me you seriously. You know what I mean? Hold on, what's up my volume? Hold on. Let me start it over. What the fuck?
It's 2,500
There
to
we
get
go.
close to him. As if I
Can
wanted
y'all
to
hear
get
it?
close to him. That's the thing. Mind you, I didn't even reach out to him. Fuck is you on? Fuck, nigga. You niggas are so bummy. It's sickening. Like, on my soul. You worse than a motherfucking bum out here panhandling for a couple dollars. Like, seriously. For you to want to come and
I don't
approach
know
me,
about all
talk
that.
about this 2,500 to get close to you, baby, I wouldn't even look at you.
And you big mad. Oh, her volume went out on the thing. This how ghetto. This how mad she is. Let's go to her page, cause she seemed big mad. She seemed big mad. Let me see, cause we can't even hear you. You over there
You know, I be
talking
trying to
shit.
understand, like, cause
Okay,
you know
there you go.
everybody ain't got it, but shit, I didn't have it when I first came into the game, baby. But I
Look,
had enough to know that I didn't need no pimp. Like, where the fuck do you bitches be?
So look, these ladies that say they don't need a pimp, right? It's and because they just don't like, they lazy. Like she said, she don't want to be working hella hours. She want to be a lazy little female. I'm gonna show you the other little video that she had. This is the type of females, the type of mindsets they have. They really like tricks. That's what it is. You got these type of females, and I'm gonna show you another one. You have these type of females that really lazy, so they can they can bust dates when they want to, and they like the tricks that they deal with. They be getting turned on and playing with playing with the tricks to where they like them. So God knows what happens with the tricks. And a lot of these females don't want to deal with the pimping because the pimping got a lot of structures and a lot of rules and a lot of standards. And these females just want to get their little money and have some fun, punking these little tricks.
Yeah, like,
What
I'm
you say?
sorry, like.
But you shouldn't even be saying on my soul. You should talk like a lady. Right? She for sure not a lady. She ain't never dealt with a man.
I'm sorry. I'm not finna be up on drugs. I'm not finna get cussed out, beat on because I'm tired. Like, I'm not finna go through that.
You
So
hear?
if you think that I'm finna go through that, baby, I'm sorry for you.
She said that's a tip. You don't want to be pushed. She don't want nobody to push her to success. She just said she don't want nobody talking to her because she don't want to move. She just looking for a shortcut in life. She think, oh, I'm going to do whatever with these little tricks and get some money and that's going to be securing me. And it's not, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody going to be that man for that woman. She going to be a lone soldier for the rest of her time.
And as a renegade, as a 304 period, we can tell who got a pimp and who a renegade.
Bro, is it me that's doing that? Let's see.
As a renegade, as a 304 period, we can tell who got a pimp and who a renegade.
Right. She said as a 304, as a renegade, we could tell who got a pimp. Her volume is trash.
Talk about this 2,500 to get close to you, baby.
Her volume is trash. Let's go to her page.
Motherfucking money, fuck nigga, go sell your dick. Period.
Oh, there you go.
All I got for a pimp. Go sell your dick. Cause it never gave, oh, Taylor finna give you her money by tomorrow. Baby,
and a lot of these females don't be making money like that.
Get the fuck out of Taylor.
A lot of these females don't be making money like that.
I'm not going down without no motherfucking fight about my.
That's the real reason they don't want the pimp.
So if you just think shit,
because they know they don't make enough money for a pimp.
I'm sorry,
really.
But me personally, I'm not handing you my motherfucking money. Fuck, nigga. One thing
She
about
need
me,
that little money.
a nigga will cut my ass smooth the fuck off. Any nigga.
She need that little money. Here, let's go to her page because she
got
got another little video out when I was scoping her out. Let me see. What she say? She said something. Let me see if I can find it, man. That's that one. Where is it at? She was talking about a trick or something, she said. I should have had it saved, bruh. Where was it at, man? She was laying down in her fucking room, being lazy, talking about a trick. How the trick, how the trick had Viagra or some shit. And she was, turned on by that shit. Or whatever she said. I'm like, oh wow, this girl is tripped out. Let me see if I search it. Let's see if we can search it. But if not, I'm about to show y'all this one video where, bruh, this another reason. This be another reason. Oh, let's see this girl. She say her little slow shit.
Y'all, let's have a talk.
Look.
A 3 or 4 talk / renegade talk. So, let me tell y'all. I hate a 16. Like, I hate when they DM me. Like, I hate a 16. Like, they'll literally text you and be like, oh, I got this, I got that, I got these cars, I can elevate you, come with me, da-da-da-da. Like, I don't care what you got. I got, like, what? Like, I got my own stuff going on. Like, and then they don't understand what the fuck no means, or like if you like stop texting me, they'll still find other numbers to hit you up, and it's just like it gets annoying. It does.
You see what I'm saying? Look, for one, dude that is telling the girl, oh, I can do this, I can do that. That's what I'm trying to explain. These young females, especially these newer young adult females, they don't really need to be hearing what they take that as if competition mode. They always want to compete. That's why I be trying to tell these young pimps, you don't gotta tell the female, you don't gotta tell her you can make deals, oh, I could do this and do that for you. No, these females be thinking that you belittling them when you do that. That's for one reason, right? And the second thing is, don't be so thirsty to have these females. Like, okay, if you pop at them, they ain't interested. You feel me? Be persistent, not consistent. Like, don't go, oh, instantly, as soon as they block you, you go find another number. Hell, man, this game works with timing, right? Everything's about timing. It might not be her time, but if you're persistent enough, you feel me? The next time you reach out to her, it might be her time to want to choose up. But you can't just be thirsty and be, chastising to have the female and tell her you could do this and do that for her, because these younger adults, they take that in competition mode. They be ready to compete with your ass. Let me see what she's saying.
I don't want no pee. Don't need no pee. Like, I got a nigga, actually. But that's besides the point. The point is, y'all peas need to stop texting me. I don't want y'all. I want money. It's no, we not catching no vibe. None of that. It's a service, babe. That's it. It's a service. It's a service. Like, I don't be caring at all. Money. That's all I care about. And I don't care, like, what y'all finna say in the comments.
And she talking about it's a service. What she talking about? I thought she was talking about the pimping. Is it a service or isn't it a service? She talking about it's a service. I'm confused with that one. Is you talking about the pimping or is you talking about the tricks?
I don't care. Baby, y'all can say whatever y'all want, because, baby, this is my life, and, yeah. But back to what I was saying. So, yeah, peas do be hitting me up all the time. Like, and most people probably be scared, like, but that be happening to me on a daily. Like, I don't be caring. I just don't text back. Like, I be blocking them. Like, no, this ain't that. I'm not single. I'm no.
And then hold on,
I'm not.
she not single. See, a lot of these females, they would do a dates, but be in square relationships. You hear what I'm saying? She talking about she ain't single, and she blocking pimps. And I think the reason why is because she will hear these other little, TikTok videos like the ones I just showed earlier, with these girls giving examples of them thinking they was dealing with pimps, but they really wasn't dealing with pimps. Because from what she's saying, this female, is that pimps just, reach out on her line. She probably only play the lines. A lot of these females, they don't be outside. They play the lines, and then, the pimping be reaching out to them on a text message, or wannabe pimps, or, weed sellers, whatever. And they thought, oh, if I just post an ad, I'm going to make some fast money and it's going to be easy. And reality is, ain't nothing in life easy or fast, and they going to run into a bunch of bullshit and they get irritated. And they got their little boyfriend, like she talking about, she got a man. What? How you in the lifestyle and you got a boyfriend? It don't work like that. That boyfriend is the trick.
I alone. Like, what? We are gonna realize. And then, like, when you be on the ad, they'll see a picture and a number and call. Like, no, baby, that's not how you. No. That's not how you book. Like, no. Yeah.
That's not how
like
you
Renegades
book.
and 304.
Look, what is she talking about? She just lost. If we talking about the pimping, it say 304 Talk Renegade Pimps, folks. It don't say nothing about tricks. What's she talking about booking? Yeah, I could see she never dealt with the real. Yeah, she ain't never dealt with the real P.
Yeah, we do what we do, but it's still a way to handle that. It's a way to book. Like, you don't just be like, hey, I need that. Where you up? I got $50. Like, what? This ain't that. And that's another thing. They be trying to low ball. Like, how you trying to buy?
She must have switched. She must have switched
you don't
to
need
the
to
tricks.
If you can't pay for it.
That's
like,
why
what?
You could just tell she a little young. She a little wet behind
like,
the wheels, ears still.
You don't go to the store and, oh, this is $2. And be like, oh, I only have $1. Well, I guess you're not getting the juice then. And that's the same thing with trapping and this and that. Like, our prices are prices. And then they get mad because they can't afford it. Oh, you too high. You too high. You taxing
look, she just
and
going
this and
on.
that. Pay or find somebody else.
These are the type of females that's in the lifestyle, right? These are the type of females that a lot of the young pimps will run into, right? And it sucks because she thinks she knows some shit. You see how she talking? She really thinks she knows some shit. And the reality is, she don't know nothing. You can tell when a female actually been with some pimping and know about the game. And then you can actually tell when a female just know about busting dates, right? And this young female, she knows about busting dates. And that's why she couldn't even keep talking on the pimp topic, because it's not even Yeah, I mean, you could call it instructions, but it's because how the game is structured that anybody can jump in it, right? So you got this social media. She goes to another girl's page, sees some shit, and then she just starts talking about her little experiences. But reality is, they really ain't experienced it. It's like a subculture within the culture, right? This is the subculture that I be trying to reach to. These girls that's really outside looking in still, but they think they a part of some shit. You know what I mean? And they really not a part of nothing. Well, if you mess with the real P, he will put you in the right situation. And if you just listen and choose and close your mouth, I mean, yeah. And then sometimes you'll run into a pimp that will open your eyes to what type of pimp you really need, right? To where y'all might not be compatible and might not make it, but she understood, okay, I do need a pimp, and then actually go choose to find a pimp. That's the beauty of being with a real pimp, because sometimes the female, y'all might not mash, y'all might not gel, but because he was such a real pimp to the female, that when their situation deteriorates, she still wants to find new folks. She still speaks highly of the pimping. These females, they never dealt with a gentleman of the lifestyle. That's why they don't know how to speak highly of a pimp man. You know what I mean?
Hear me with no $100, 112, no. Some females on there be doing like the lowest that they can do, like, and then they hit me up and think I'm gonna do the same. No, my price is my prices.
You right, girl. But what's up with the pimp, man? You need to. You can't just have a boyfriend and then be mad at the pimp, man. That don't make sense. Where that other girl? This her page, but where's that one she was talking about? Oh my God, I can't find it. She was talking. I'm gonna have to go to her page. And then I'm gonna talk about the dude. Me personally, then I'm gonna jump into the dudes. I'm not handing you my motherfucking money. I'm gonna talk into the dudes. See, I usually do this shit on my tablet, so it look different. I'm on this laptop, so I can't read. I really can't read what it say right there. I think it might be story time. Let me see. Man just DM me. Oh, yeah. Mind y'all, I'm already peeping his name. Y'all just had my first pimp encounter. See where his head was at. So why she play this music though? He proceeds to say, like, yeah, I'm stationed in Chicago. Like, I can really change your life. I can make you the baddest bitch, blah, blah, blah. So off rip, I'm already knowing where the fuck this going. Like, bitch, I used to. They always say that, blah, blah, blah. Look what the comments say. Girl, they say the same thing to me. It's like, if y'all really some pimping, man, you gotta understand, you can't be saying Dr. Seuss shit. Oh, I could do this for you. I could do that. Ask questions. Ask the female questions. And that's a telltale sign to see if she takes it seriously. You gotta ask them questions. You can't tell these brides what you gonna do for them no more. You know how many tricks and player dudes and Max and players and all them niggas say the same, that they can do this and do that for the female, and that ain't real games. Some females just want some pimping. They don't need to hear, oh, I could do this and I could do that, man. You know, so fall back on that. If you some pimping, lean on your pimping, man. Don't lean on what everybody else is saying. Hold on, why can't I push play? There we go. But I was not born yesterday or at night. So he gonna say, oh, it's 2,500 to get close to me, and I got you. You will be good wherever you go. You ain't gotta really worry about nothing. Like, first thing I'm thinking, like, oh fuck no. So before he could even say anything else, I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm straight. I don't play the type of games. Like, bitch, I don't need no pimp. I don't need no help selling my pussy. Like, and see, a lot of females think that's it. They think they need help. They think the pimping is supposed to help them, sell sex appeal. And that's not the case. Hold on. My bad. I had a message. But that's not the case. See, a female like her that's never dealt with the pimp man, she'd think, oh, I don't need help selling my this and selling my that. And that's not what the pimp man job is to do. And a lot of these dudes will be saying, oh, I could do this and I could do that. And that's why they think that's the pimp man. The pimp man job is just to be the man for you, that understands your situation and wants to better your situation. Not necessarily, I can give you, a pimp man can give you game about something totally different that you can utilize to yourself. You know what I mean? Hold on 1 second. But yeah, that's the case. It's good out here right now. I'm like 30, 40 just on one block. I'm gonna text you. The fuck, bitch, I don't. You gonna say, I see how this is going. You one of them dirty ass renegades. Pause, nigga. Look, pimps are getting mad too. 1 second. I'm getting messages. 1 second, just bear with me. It's about to be over soon, these messages. 1 second. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, bruh. God damn. 1 second. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, what was she just saying? Oh, yeah, the dude start competing with her, right? So the dude would be like, oh, you must be some renegade. And I always tell, I get it. But that's when you start jumping into that red pill area where you want to go tit for tat battle with the female. She mad because you popping at her. Now you mad because she ain't fucking with you. And it's like, no, stay player because you want to leave a print in that bitch's brain like, okay, he must be the real deal. Yeah, because they ain't really tripping off you like that, bitch. Okay, if you want to try to high side, you call yourself high side. It is what it is. I'm going to move around. I'm going to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to be. You can't be like the motherfucking, the madman at the female not picking you, so now you mad. Nah, let her know it's all good. You feel me? I'm going to keep it pimping. You go ahead, keep on doing whatever you're doing. The best of luck, man. Hopefully, you know, you don't run into the trick, man, and fall in love.
Because you want to pimp me. You want to take my little funds and go do whatever the fuck you want to do with them, right? So y'all, he tried to start typing and shit. Girl blocked him. Like, what the fuck is you on? Like, bitch, I don't need no motherfucking pimp. Who the fuck do you think I am? And the fact that you came and found me on Instagram just show how fucking disgusting you pimps are. Like,
Wait, okay. I listen. Instagram, if you popping on Instagram, I don't call you disgusting. I don't get why she says disgusting. I don't get why she mad. These females could be making up stories, and once again, it might not even be a pimp. 1 second. That's why I need to turn this other phone on, so I could be doing all this.
ew. I don't give a fuck how much money you need, or bitch, go sell your dick. Like, what the fuck do you want my funds for? But y'all, it's just the fact that he called me a dirty ass renegade. I know you fucking around, boo bop. Really wrong with you pimps is that y'all try to brainwash women, and bitch, y'all get mad when they don't fall for y'all foolishness.
You see, I don't think a lot of them dudes that be getting mad or be trying to brainwash these females is the pimps. I be thinking those is the cons. But it's so many of the cons that females think those is pimps. And those ain't pimps, you feel me? So they make these little stories and call these dudes pimps because the pimp said this and said that over messages and social media. And now they think, oh, all these pimps want me and all these pimps want to fuck with me. And it's like, no, most of them niggas wasn't pimps that was trying to fuck with you. Most of them niggas was, pretenders and thirsty and con niggas. And they just wanted something of a female that's part of the game. Cause we probably know you probably don't, she probably don't even go hard like that. I'm trying to still find the one where she said, what she say about the trick? She was saying something, boy. Oh my God, it was the Viagra. It was something about Viagra and how she was excited about the young T, all the 304s. Follow me. But I can't find it, bruh. I just can't find it. I don't know which one it is, man. I don't know which one it is. Look, hold on. So mind you, this is a 304. Supposedly, right? Supposedly a 304. She's supposedly a 304, right? Let me see. Is it this one? It is this one. It is this one. Oh, no, it's not. But that was the... Hold on. Oh my God, that was the one, but where's the video at? That's just a picture? 3 or 4 vibes fresh off the wake up. No. Story time. That's fucked up, bruh. What's she wearing right here? She wearing the same shit she be wearing all the fucking time. I don't know where it's at, y'all. Let's go to the dude one though, cause I got one of the dude too, and the dude. This is why a lot of females get this shit confused too, because some niggas like this nigga. Hold on.
You tell a client to get off of you or stop because it hurts and they don't.
And this is why you need a pimp, for protection. Now, when I was a pimp, I wasn't no gorilla.
Now hold on. This nigga said this is why you need a pimp for protection. No, you don't need the pimp for protection, right? That, yeah, the pimp is gonna protect you, but with his knowledge, with his brain, right? Not because of this. Let me start it over for the Instagram people didn't hear.
304, when you tell a client to get off of you or stop because it hurts and they don't.
Right. So listen. When you in your household, and let's say your female do talk about stuff like that, pimping has got to have enough knowledge to never even to let the female know she controlling the situation before that even happens, right? So you know, by controlling that type of situation, certain positions, right, shit like that, to where he can't necessarily come there, kick down the door like this dude is talking about. Kick down the door, let him finish it. Like he gonna come be the broad security. Pimping is not the security guard, right? He's the pimping that knows how to think logically, to put her to start thinking logically, to not put her in them type of situations.
You need a pimp for protection. Now, when I was a pimp, I wasn't no gorilla pimp. I wasn't out here just slapping girls and doing all that. I did what they call the lover boy method, where I got them to love me and actually.
And you see, it's a telltale sign too when these squares be using square terminologies of the lifestyle. Like, oh, I wasn't no gorilla pimp. Like, nigga, you was never the pimp, because if you was, you wouldn't even put yourself in the police categories like that, right? A real P is not gonna be like, oh, I'm this type of P. I was this type of P. You know, but I'm like I said, I play these videos because females of the game, they look at stuff like this, and this is what gives a bad taste to the pimp when females see it. That's why I be trying to tell you dudes, don't be so aggressive with these females, man. You gotta understand, you up against the internet. So if you get mad because she don't want to fuck with you, guess what? You feeding right into the stereotype of what the social media is saying a pimp is, instead of being player about it and, you know, letting her choose.
Do things for me because they love me. Also, I gave them drugs. Well, I supplied them with whatever drug they wanted.
He supplied them with drugs.
Was to protect them from things like this. Like, my girls, they would have my number on speed dial. So whenever stuff like this happened,
wait, is that not an oxymoron or a contradiction? He got him on drugs, but now he ready to protect him from things like this.
Could handle that very quickly. Room number, whatever. You could pop up in there. You pop with one of these right here.
Look,
that's it.
You pop up in one of them.
They pay very well.
That nigga going to jail, under the jail. All you gotta do
is get them what they need, get them their rooms.
Now, you always want your female to be safe, right? But that's why you do your homework at the household in your program. You coaching her up. You giving her all the information that you think she can use and utilize for when she's, you know, doing her thing. But at the same time, you can't. Okay, my number's on speed dial. Now you need to give more game, more knowledge, more words of wisdom in that situation right now for her to be able to get out. You can't put your cape on and be done for one, because you putting yourself liable to go to jail, and you gonna go to jail for some serious shit, not just for little shit. As for both of them will be, right? And for two, when the situation is over, your female, she's gonna be looking for you to be that type of dun dude on a 24/7 basis to where the situation might not even be that serious, but she not getting her way with the trick and not wanting to utilize her game to game the trick. She gonna come call you to just be dun dun dun, and you she still get the money out the trick, and it wasn't even that serious of a situation. So you got to be careful with that.
Their clientele is going to come. Now, this was during the pandemic, all right? So the clientele was a little bit higher. Now, I've told y'all this story before, but my pages keep getting deleted. But basically, I was just a security guard for these women.
Right.
I mean, it's not much than what I'm doing right now. I hope y'all cannot see where I work. But anyway, all you were doing was basically security. You set up in your car. They have a time limit. You knock on the door.
And that's when you go to jail. When you got this type of mindset, and a lot of dudes think, oh, I just gotta secure, I gotta be her security. This is where you go to jail, and sometimes you could get HT and the pimping charge. Mainly you might get pandering, especially if the female story adds up with what your story is saying. But if you just sitting around in the car, making sure everything's going good right there somewhere by the room or something, you putting yourself at harm's risk. We know this is not a pimp right here, but these girls will see these videos and they will be like, oh, this is why I hate the pimp man, and they're not even realizing this dude is not a pimp man, right? So when you hear these people talking on the internet and stuff, you got to take it with a grain of salt, and you got to understand these females might be really listening to this bullshit. So when you pop at them, you got to be understanding that's on your brain too. So don't get so emotionally wrapped up for the female not choosing you. Don't be so copycat to what you be hearing, because you might hear some shit and realize, oh shit, that nigga might not even been no pimping, but he was saying some slick shit, but he might not experience the lifestyle. So he might be saying this shit to 100 females and never really had a female down for him in the game. So it's like, who gives a fuck what he's saying? You know what I'm saying?
They get on up out of there. They pay you, and then you just go to the next girl. Boom, boom, boom. Very simple. Now, the problem I ran into at this time was I was traveling with another girl.
Right.
I had met her up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and had told her that we would travel all the way to Houston, Texas, and we'll stop in the big cities along the way. And she, in return, would have taught me how to escort and...
Wait, what? This nigga said the deal was he would take her, stop by state to state, and she would teach this nigga how to escort. Hold the fuck on. What am I looking at right here, bro? Get you a pimp. Is this nigga wanting to be an escort? Hold on, man. We might gotta change this video. Let it go a little longer.
They turned up into me pimping. But get a pimp is the moral of the story.
Get a pimp is the moral story. Let's see, what's his next video? I think he had another one.
I was forced into being a pimp.
How he became a pimp.
I never wanted to be a pimp. I actually wanted to be an escort. Now,
look, you see? Hold on. This nigga just said he was forced to be a pimp. He wanted to be an escort. What is going on, bro? And these people be delivering the messages to the females of the game that I'm trying to explain. It's a new era, man. The females that be outside, they might not be dealing with a pimp. The pimp might learn the shit on the internet, or the female that don't got the pimp and hate the pimp, she might learn the shit on the internet. One or the other might figure this shit out on the internet, man. So that's why you gotta attack the shit that's on the internet to let people weave out the weird shit and understand what the real is. So when they go into real life, they get an understanding of it. So, when she dealing with a dude and she getting down and she ain't making no money because she around the circus 24/7 and bruh ain't really giving her no game, but she's wanting to be outside, wanting to trap and stuff, but she don't really know the inside knowledge because she's not in the culture. She's still in that little subculture pretend shit. And she loyal to her dude, but her dude just want to kick it and get drunk and shit. She would choose a different situation. Why? Because she understands the bullshit on the internet, and then she understands the real shit on the internet, and then she could relive it in real life. And this shit right here is bullshit on the internet. And same for the dude. The young P that's in the game. that, you know, keep running into them females that keep playing with them. They gotta understand that these females are learning shit from the internet, so that's why they playing with them. It's not time to act like the red pill pimp and be hella mad and call all the females this and that. No, what it's time is to re-strategize. Go back to the drawing board. Go back to the pimp drawing board and realize, okay, I'm about to go try this way. I'm gonna go try this, or I'm gonna try this. But I'm not. What I'm not gonna do is get too emotional with these bitches. Why? Because that's how these bitches win. So if maybe I might not even go try to deal with them type of bitches. Maybe go deal with a real square bitch that got a job that don't even know nothing about the life. Like, you gotta go back to the pimp drawing board. But you can't have a pissing fitting match with these, you know, renegades supposed to be 304s. Now let's hear what this nigga talking about. He want to be an escort. What?
Job was as a pimp, but I never told y'all how I became a pimp. So I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Now, during the pandemic, I dated a girl, and I was a stepfather to her 3 kids.
Pandemic.
Now, we broke up, and then I was sad. I was still working at the Amazon warehouse, but I was on POF, and I found this girl, and she just happens to be trans. Now, I'm 21 at this time.
Wait. Come on, bruh. This is why I gotta start watching this shit before I do this shit. These niggas, these people they just say whatever on the internet. And I tried to give TikTok a run for it, but I could see that they on some let them just go. Let them go.
From the ages of about 8 to 21, I've dated nothing but girls. So this is an anomaly. This is a unicorn. I meet up with her, we do our thing. On the first link,
Bruh, hold on. I can't even do it. I can't even do it.
Link.
It don't even make sense no more to talk about, bruh. He disqualified, automatically disqualified. We can't even hear his story no more. I can't even break that type of shit down. Keep these isms with the 304s. Let me see if I seen any other videos. You know, they be having these old ass videos on here. That's old girl. But yeah, man, this really what it be, dog. It be this internet, these 304s that really never experience a pimp, and then these young gentlemen in the game that really never experience, you know what I'm saying, having a real female of the lifestyle, right? They want to get mad. It's really about them dudes that's getting mad because they never had a female. So they don't know how to act when a female rejects them, right? Pimpin' been rejected millions of times, so he knows how to act when he's rejected. It's nothing new. You know, he don't really feel like he's rejected. It feel like the bitch just missed it out. She didn't choose up at this time, but she gonna choose up over time. You know, that's how the pimp man's mindset is. You know what I'm saying? She didn't choose up this time, but she gonna choose up over time. That's just how we roll with it. So we don't really get too mad when they try to high side or do this or do that. You know, it's like, hell, man, it's more out there, man. You why get mad at this little bride for missing out on her opportunity when there's so many more out there, right? You know what I mean? Let's see what this one is. I think I
Quick
seen
thought,
this one.
not that I know anything, right? Have y'all ever seen a white pimp? This is a serious question. I have never seen
White pimp. What she said, I definitely would need a pimp.
And this is so random, but if I was a 304, I would need a pee. I actually would want a pee. Not gonna lie. And this is so random, but if I...
It's so random, but she want to pee. You know you want to pee. So you can find this on a daily routine. These people be trying to give gang. And I like to just weave out the bullshit. You love pimp music, but will never be a 304. Oh, girls be doing that? Why some girls choose pimps? Y'all want to watch that one? I think this is an old one, 520. And I don't be knowing, bro. They be having these fake bodies and strong makeup. So I don't, I just be, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I remember her. She was saying something. Oh, how she avoided it. Yeah, man, this is all I really got. on, you know, this little episode on story time, my first day working for a pimp. Oh yeah, let's hear this one.
So
Wait,
y'all,
and
I
this
used to
be
have
the
this
last
manager
one.
when I
This
used to
be the
work at this
last one.
dispensary, and not only did he beat his hoes because he was a pimp, he beat his mama too.
Wait, hold
If
on.
I'm lying, I'm.
See, they now you gotta be thinking they just be making fun of this shit. Like this is just for shits and giggles or something, bro. First sentence, I knew who you was talking about. Oh, this is true story. It's giving hustle and flow. He beat his mama. That's what I'm saying. What? How is this a pimp? How is this a pimp? Let's listen to him. But they gonna put this as a title as a pimp just because they gave this dude some money, right? They don't want to put, and that's what I'm coming to realize. A lot of these females, they don't want to put the blame on themselves and just be like, man, I fucked up and gave some lame ass nigga some money. The way to take the blame off themselves is to just be like, I gave a pimp some money. You know what I mean? And this reality is, she know it ain't a pimp. Everybody hearing this story know it ain't a pimp, but they just run with it to be like, oh, it's his. That dude was this dude, and the title is pimp, and that's kind of fucked up that they want to do that because the title of, you know, or the female that's the escort or the stripper or the prostitute or the 304, them type of females, them trick dudes gonna pay for their time regardless, right? And those trick dudes, some of them are in fields of laws and governments and things like that. So when it comes all full circle, they trying to make fun of them making bad decisions, and these dudes, these tricks are really trying to buy their time. So it's like you making fun of the only man that's really for the female because you obviously wanted to tap into it. But let's hear it out. We know she ain't dealing with a pimp from the first sentence.
Motherfucking flying high in the sky. I am not motherfucking lying to y'all. Let me tell you what happened on my first day of my shift, y'all. So first day on the job was cool, and inside the dispensary they had a studio. And after work they told me to after I clock out, come record some music because I make music too.
Wait, what?
So he got, of course, he got his hoes around because you know what niggas do when they be recording music. They have all their hoes around.
Oh, see, she dealing with one of these pimp rappers. She dealing with one of these pimp rappers, man, that be having some groupies around. You feel me? For getting ready for the music videos and you know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So it looked like they part of, and that's what I just was talking about because I just seen the, what's that strip club in Atlanta called, man? Whatever that strip club in Atlanta's called, they got the little documentary out, and I was watching it. And that's like, you know, that halfway in, halfway out type of world where, you know, if you really in the game, you know, you gotta really game your female up to go in them type of clubs. You feel me? Magics, right? That's what it's called. Because you dealing with so much of a subculture with them rappers and them wannabe players and them wannabe pimps and then them girls that just want to strip and want to do a little this and want to do a little that. And then if you come in with, you know, full throttle whole mentality, you got to have a pimp that's going to give you the right game to maneuver through them type of atmospheres, through them type of spaces. You know, and a lot of people don't get that shit. They'll jump in that shit and thinking they part of the game, and it's like, no, you really in like a subculture hustling. Everybody got a little this and little that type going on. You're not really dealing with just straight trying to break on tricks, because most of these tricks, you gotta play like you like them because they, you know, they rapper tricks. They ball, you know, they the dope boy tricks type shit. So I guess this is her little story about little rapper wannabe pimps.
And side note, he kept all his bitches in 613. All his bitches had 613 on bust down. Yeah. So here she come with the 613 to bust down Yana. I'm in there recording the music. She gonna say to him, is she here to work or she here to fuck my man? When I tell you he took her back.
Now you hear that? Like, pimp, okay, if the females is around the pimping, right? And, you know, for one, I would think pimping will let everybody know what's going on, so it ain't gonna be no questioning me in front of nobody, right? You know what I mean? But that's just how the pimp operates. It's not just here, oh, look, I'm doing me, and you gonna just be in pocket. And now I guarantee you she gonna say he went in there and put his hands on her and stuff. Pimping prevents himself because he knows how everybody's gonna move once he does do something, right? So to prevent it, he gonna let everybody know what time it is, when it's going down. So look, have everything in check, and if you want to be a part of it, you can. If you don't, then go to the room, or go find something to do. You know what I mean? Preventing me having to even act ungentlemanlike. And this, I guarantee you, she about to say this is where he went to the room and put her hands on. I ain't even seen this whole video, but I bet.
In that room and whooped that bitch up.
Told you.
I mean, he whooped that bitch, and he told her to mind her motherfucking business.
Right. And listen, pimping knows that, okay, if I'm living this game and I want my team to know about each other, if I want everybody to know about each other, whether they're in the same household, whether if it's an event going on, and let's say, okay, he in his rapping shit. So if I'm a rapper and these girls know I'm rapping and I bring other girls around, why not let everybody know what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because they can't stand on it. They gotta be on some Mac and shit or some player shit. So they don't really feel comfortable or confident enough in they pimping to tell the bitch ahead of time, like, look, I just knocked some, or I just met this other female. She about to come to the studio. She do music too. You want to stick around and listen to her, or you want to do your thing. You know what I mean? But it's happening, whatever is going to go. They don't got the confidence in doing that. These rappers, they going to want to not tell her and then get mad in their emotions afterwards. Like, oh, ego, take an ego trip. And it's like, nah, be mentally thinking ahead of time in the pimp brain. So you don't got to be all emotional and be like the gangster or the gorilla or whatever you want to fucking call him.
A little white girl looking at each other like, oh my fucking God, I did not think it was going to get this fucking far. I continued to record the song. She never liked me after that. But surprisingly, the owner, he ain't never tried me like that or nothing. He'll pay for some nails and like some shit like that, give me free weed and stuff, but he was never doing too much. That shit was so fucking crazy, y'all. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he got some real dope up in his dispensary.
Now you gotta remember, these people, they just be trying to make content, so half of these stories don't make no sense. They just bullshitting. They just putting this shit up there for clickbait. That's what I'm starting to look out. 304 culture shouldn't be normal. Try to accept this 304 culture and the normalize. What's she talking about? This a old video though. I don't want to go too far back. I'm really on seeing these females. They used to could put, like when I'm on my tablet, I used to could, when I search something, find in the recent months. But it say top. I guess that's the closest we're gonna get. But I'm about to jump off this motherfucker, man. It's been real, and I appreciate the ones that stuck around the whole time. Don't think I ain't seen y'all. Matter of fact, I might just jump off the live on the YouTube because I can't find no more videos until I get an interesting topic or a video to make. You feel me? Story time when I tried to be a pimp and had some 304s. No, I don't. I'm not buying into that. These females that thinking they was some pimping, you know what I'm saying, and they want to tell their stories, like no. But yeah, I might stay on the Instagram and see if some niggas want to chop it up on the Instagram. But I'm about to jump off this YouTube because I'm done using the visuals. The visuals is over for today. But it's been real, man. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.